Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on an absolutely colossal, mind-blowing, and deeply immersive journey into the enchanting, mysterious, and utterly captivating world of owls, those nocturnal icons that have woven themselves into the fabric of our imaginations with their ghostly silent flight, spine-chilling calls that pierce the stillness of the night, and those luminous, soul-penetrating eyes that seem to hold ancient wisdom. So grab a cozy blanket, a steaming mug of your favorite brew, a towering stack of snacks, and maybe a notebook to capture the avalanche of incredible facts we're about to unpack, because we're diving into every conceivable facet of these feathered marvels, from their astonishing physical capabilities, intricate behavioral patterns, and diverse ecological roles to their quirky fun facts, profound cultural significance, conservation challenges, scientific contributions, and heartwarming anecdotes that'll leave you completely obsessed with these creatures. Because owls aren't just birds. They're nature's stealthiest assassins, emblems of mystery and intellect, and vital cogs in the ecological machine. And I'm beyond thrilled to share this epic vlog with you, starting with their physical prowess, because owls are engineered for predatory perfection, with bodies ranging from the diminutive elf owl, a mere 5 inches tall and weighing just 1 ounce, to the formidable Blakiston's fish owl, which boasts a wingspan stretching nearly 6 feet and can weigh up to 10 pounds, and their strength is nothing short of extraordinary, with razor-sharp talons that exert crushing force, capable of snapping the spines of small mammals or piercing skulls. And some species, like the great horned owl, can carry prey 3 times their weight, effortlessly snatching rabbits or skunks mid-flight, and their flight is a marvel of natural engineering, thanks to specialized feathers with serrated edges and velvety textures that absorb sound, enabling them to glide with near-silent precision at speeds up to 40 miles per hour in a dive, striking prey with such stealth that it's over before the victim even senses danger. And their vision is the stuff of legends, with disproportionately large eyes that occupy half their skull, packed with rod cells for exceptional low-light vision, allowing them to spot a mouse from hundreds of feet away under the faintest moonlight or starlight. And since their eyes are fixed in their sockets, they compensate with a neck that rotates an astonishing 270 degrees, granting a near 360-degree field of view without moving their body. But their hearing is equally phenomenal, with asymmetrical ear openings, positioned at different heights on their head, that triangulate sounds with pinpoint accuracy, detecting a vole's rustle beneath snow or leaves within a fraction of an inch. And species like the barn owl have heart-shaped facial discs that function like biological sonar, funneling sound to their ears with eerie precision, and their auditory cortex is so advanced that they can process sounds in 3 dimensions, a trait that inspired noise cancellation technology. But owls aren't just sensory powerhouses. They're remarkably intelligent, with cognitive abilities that rival many mammals, as demonstrated in studies where they've solved simple puzzles, navigated obstacle courses, or used tools like twigs to probe for insects. And their spatial memory is razor-sharp, recalling prime hunting grounds, nesting sites, or even the locations of cached food across vast territories. And some captive owls have shown the ability to recognize human faces or respond to specific cues, hinting at a level of social intelligence that's both surprising and endearing. And their communication is a symphony of the night, with a diverse repertoire of hoots, screeches, whistles, chitters, bill clacks, and even low-frequency rumbles, each species boasting a unique vocal signature, from the great horned owl's deep, resonant hoo-hoo that carries for miles to the barn owl's blood-curdling shriek that could haunt your nightmares. And these vocalizations serve multiple purposes: claiming territory, attracting mates, coordinating with family, or warning of predators. And some owls, like the screech owl, engage in vocal mimicry, imitating other animals to deter rivals or confuse prey, a clever survival tactic. And while owls are often solitary hunters, their social structure is more complex than it seems, with many forming lifelong monogamous bonds, like snowy owls, where males court females with elaborate aerial displays, synchronized duets, or gifts of freshly caught prey, which is about as romantic as the wild gets. And during breeding season, pairs collaborate closely. But Outside of mating, some species, like the long-eared owl, roost communally in winter, huddling in groups of up to 20 for warmth and safety, creating a sense of community that's both practical and heartwarming. And owls are true global citizens, thriving in nearly every environment on Earth, from the frozen Arctic tundras to steamy tropical rainforests, arid deserts to bustling urban parks, adapting their hunting, nesting, and survival strategies to suit their surroundings. Whether it's the burrowing owl living in underground tunnels or the fish owl diving into rivers for prey. And their diet is incredibly diverse, encompassing rodents, birds, insects, amphibians, reptiles, fish, and even small mammals like young rabbits or opossums, with some owls consuming up to 1,000 mice annually, making them nature's most effective pest controllers, and their hunting techniques are a masterclass in precision, leveraging silent flight, acute vision, and that extraordinary hearing to strike with deadly accuracy. While some species, like the great gray owl, plunge through snow to snag prey, and others, like the fish owl, use their talons to snatch fish from water. And since owls lack teeth, they swallow prey whole or tear it into chunks, digesting what's usable and regurgitating pellets of bones, fur, and feathers, which scientists analyze to understand diet, habitat health, and even environmental changes. And reproduction is a beautiful and intricate cycle, with owls typically mating in late winter or early spring. Males performing courtship rituals that include aerial acrobatics, synchronized hooting, or presenting prey to females, and many form monogamous bonds, sometimes lasting a lifetime. And females lay clutches of 1 to 14 eggs, depending on food availability, incubating them for 28 to 35 days, while males tirelessly deliver food, and owlets, born blind and covered in downy fluff, rely on their parents for warmth and nourishment, fledging at 8 to 12 weeks after learning to hunt under strict parental supervision. And lifespans are impressive, with many owls surviving 10 to 20 years in the wild, and some, like captive barn owls, reaching 30 or more, forming enduring bonds with mates or offspring. But their intelligence goes beyond survival tactics, as owls exhibit emotional depth, with some showing signs of recognition or affection toward mates or trusted humans in captivity. And their adaptations are evolutionary masterpieces, from 3 eyelids, a protective nictitating membrane, a daytime lid, and a nighttime one, to zygodactyl feet with 2 toes facing forward and 2 backward for a vice-like grip. And their camouflage is unparalleled, with feathers blending seamlessly into bark, snow, grass, or rock, like the Scops owl that mimics a tree stump or the snowy owl that vanishes against a winter landscape, and their feathers are also thermally efficient, with dense underlayers for insulation in Arctic climates or lighter structures for tropical heat. And owls interact with other species in multifaceted ways, as apex predators controlling rodent and insect populations. But they're also prey for larger raptors like eagles or hawks, compete with foxes or cats for food, and coexist with bats or smaller birds in shared habitats, occasionally forming loose alliances, like owls nesting near crows that mob predators, and their ecological role is monumental, preventing overgrazing by rodents, reducing crop damage, and controlling disease vectors like mice that carry hantavirus, while their pellets offer a snapshot of ecosystem dynamics. But conservation is a pressing concern, as many owl populations face severe threats from deforestation, which destroys nesting sites, pesticide poisoning that decimates prey, and collisions with vehicles or buildings, with an estimated 1 million owls killed annually by cars in North America alone. And climate change disrupts prey cycles and breeding seasons, pushing species like the spotted owl to the brink of extinction, with some populations down to a few thousand individuals. But there's hope, as conservation efforts, including nesting box programs, habitat restoration, and wildlife corridors, are gaining traction, and organizations like the International Owl Center, Audubon Society, and World Owl Trust fund research, rehabilitation, and public education, while anti-poaching patrols in regions like Southeast Asia protect owl habitats from illegal logging. And owls have a profound cultural significance, revered as symbols of wisdom in ancient Greece, where they were sacred to Athena, feared as harbingers of death in some African and South Asian traditions, or celebrated as guardians in Native American lore, where tribes like the Hopi view them as protectors of the night. And in Japan, owls are talismans of luck, with owl figurines adorning homes, and their pop culture presence is undeniable. From Hedwig and Harry Potter, the loyal male delivering snowy owl, to the wise old owl in Winnie the Pooh, and even animated films like Legend of the Guardians, which showcases their majesty, and their influence extends to science, with recent studies from 2024 by researchers like Dr. Carla Blome at the International Owl Center revealing that barn owls use ultrasonic calls beyond human hearing, potentially for mate attraction, and work at Johns Hopkins University is mapping owl auditory cortexes, inspiring advances in sound localization tech. While their silent flight has informed stealth drone designs and fun facts, owls have no sense of smell. Relying entirely on sight and sound, their heads don't fully spin, just 270 degrees due to specialized neck vertebrae, and some, like the northern saw-whet owl, migrate up to 1,000 miles, while the great gray owl can detect prey under 2 feet of snow, and their feathers are so specialized that they molt gradually to maintain flight. And anecdotes are endless, like a barn owl in a British sanctuary adopting an orphaned owlet in 2020, or a snowy owl spotted in Central Park in 2021, sparking a birding frenzy in New York City. And owls' 95% shared DNA with other birds belies their unique traits, like tubular eyes or silent feathers, and their behaviors, from vocal mimicry to deter rivals to synchronized hunting in pairs, reveal a cunning survival instinct. And their conservation is a call to action, supporting sustainable agriculture, reducing light pollution that disorients nocturnal hunters, or donating to owl-focused charities can make a difference, because saving owls means saving ecosystems, and their scientific value is immense. From inspiring biomimetic designs to deepening our understanding of auditory processing and their presence, from urban rooftops to remote forests, is a reminder to stay connected to nature, so let's keep them soaring. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What's your favorite owl fact? Have you heard one's haunting hoot? Or what's your take on their conservation? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and let's keep this community thriving as we celebrate the animal kingdom. Because owls are pure magic. So stay curious, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next video.